This is Secret America.
Welcome, everybody. I am Jack Danger along with Jay Gatling. And today, Secret America goes nuclear. I'm going to show you our thumbnail. This is it right here. We are going nuclear today. I am going to be, what's his name? Michael J. Fox right there. He's going to be Christopher Lloyd. He's Doc Emmett Brown. We should have given him the crazy white hair. But either way, you can see he's got the, he's got the lowrider, the high water jeans or the high water pants. You know, you see, what'd you say?
You're Marty McFly.
Yeah, Marty. Well, it's been so long since I've seen that. It's funny because I can picture everything about all three movies, but you asked me to remember his name, and I could not. I could not remember his damn name. But
Jack,
anyways,
I can tell you what I remember. I even remember the name of the mall.
The name of the name of the mall's in the picture. So,
the Twin Pines.
Yeah. Did you see that?
I didn't even notice that. That's pretty.
It's over here on the far left.
That's pretty good detail.
Yeah, not bad at all. So the reason that we're gonna go nuclear today is because I want to expose a lot of the hate that white people are getting now. I mean, believe it or not, the hate that is coming from black people. And I want to separate something here, okay? I want to separate something here. It's not black people that are doing this, okay? It's niggers. There's a difference between a black person and a nigger. There's two different people, okay? And I'm not saying the hard ER for anybody that's out there asking. I'm not saying the hard ER here. I'm just talking about there's a different way of behavior between the two. Even black people will tell you the same thing. There are normal black people, just like there are normal white people or normal anybody. But then you got the other side that acts crazy, violent, angry for no apparent reason whatsoever. The Carmelo Anthony thing is what really pissed me off more than anything. This man, here's a man who murdered a kid. Forget race for a second. He murdered a child, okay? He murdered a child, and there are people going out there and committing violence in his name. That's the worst part about it. But I want to show you something, Jay. But before I do, real quick, I just want to talk about Max Associates real quick. Make sure you guys check out maxassociates.etsy.com. You can go to the QR code, scan the QR code at the top right, or go to maxassociates.etsy.com, the #1 place for patriotic apparel and USA Pride gifts. Let me tell you guys, right now, you've got Father's Day is like a week away. Okay, you've got the 250th anniversary of the United States coming up. That's, in like 2 or 3 weeks. You got the 2026 midterms. Now is the best time to buy from Max Associates. 20% off any order and free shipping anywhere in the United States. You cannot beat that. And if you notice, they are so pro-America that you get free shipping anywhere in the United States. If you buy in another country, you don't get free shipping. So Max Associates is the place to go to get any pride gifts for the USA and patriotic apparel.
And Jack, since they're USA Pride gifts, it's Pride Month.
That's absolutely true. It is Pride Month. So show your pride for America.
Right. That's your pride flag. I did a post on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. My pride flag is the American flag. There you go.
Absolutely. All right. So, Jay, it's funny because the language that I just used might make people feel uncomfortable. Does it make you feel uncomfortable to say a word? If I say the word cunt, does that make you feel uncomfortable?
Yeah, there's certain words that you just don't like to hear, or you don't want to say them unless you really, really, really have to say it. Yeah.
So it makes you feel uncomfortable. But if you think about it, they are just words. It's just a word, just like any other word. Why does it make you feel uncomfortable? Because you were conditioned to make you feel uncomfortable. Oh, if somebody says this word, it's got to make you cringe. Oh, white person, don't say that. Yeah, see that you were conditioned to live that way. It's all social conditioning. That's exactly what it is. And the reason I said what I said is because there is a massive difference between black people and the other side. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, Jay. See, black people are reasonable. They're logical, just like white people, just like any other logical person. Okay? But when you got the other side, let me show you how they behave. Let me show you how they act. Take a listen to this. Here's a person right here who saw what happened to Carmelo Anthony. And you know what his idea is, Jay? His idea is the opposite of Martin Luther King Jr. He wants to segregate. Now people are for segregation. No longer is it integration. Now they want to live on their own. They want segregation, Jay. Let's take a listen to what he says.
honestly and truthfully, stay out of the company of white people. That's really all I got. And I'm not trying to imply that all white people are bad, but it is just easier to stay out of the company of white people when you can.
When you can, stay away from white people. That's the key key sentiment there, Jay. Tell me, what do you think after what Carmelo Anthony did to Austin Metcalf? And since Carmelo Anthony got sentenced, he actually got held accountable. Should they stay away from us now?
No reason to stay away from me. You? No, don't stay away from me. Listen, I mean, if you want to stay away from me, go right ahead.
If they don't want to be held accountable for killing somebody, then yeah, they can stay away from us.
I mean, it's absurd. The Democrat Party, Jack, over the past, honestly, this is not what he's saying is fresh off of this, but it's not something relatively new. First of all, they're the party of segregation before the Civil Rights Act, right? That's the Democrat Party. But second of all, the Democrat Party as a whole has been reverting back to this for a while now. You've heard it for a while, where they talk about segregation. Martin Luther King, number one, he was pretty much a Republican, but Martin Luther King's whole thing was content of character. I want my kids to be judged on the content of their character, how everybody should be judged. Merit, content of character. The Democrats don't believe in that, for one. They never did believe in it. And now they're just coming out and telling you they don't believe in it. They used to try to hide it. They don't believe in it. They believe in identity politics. They believe in appearance. They believe in this gender identity, all this crap. It has nothing to do with the content of your character, your skills, your merit, your work ethic, nothing. All right. So when it comes down to it, Martin Luther King's dream in the dream speech was for everybody to be judged on the content of their character, not on the color of their skin, not on anything else. The Democrats never believed in it, and now they're not hiding the fact that they don't believe in it. They are absolutely stone cold segregationists who want to separate people by identity, because you know why I think the most thing is, Jack? They make money off of it. This whole thing's
they get money, but Jay, they're convincing a whole generation of black people that they're the victims. They're convincing all these people, hey, I need reparations. I am the victim, not my ancestors from 150 years ago. It's me. I deserve everything. And that's what they're teaching them. That's what they're convincing them. And then when one of them is held accountable for something they did, by the way, something they absolutely did, when one of them is held accountable, they all go crazy. And again, this is why I separate it, Jay. And I'm sorry if it makes you feel uncomfortable when I say the word, but this is why I separate black people from niggas. There's two different people, Jay. I'm sorry. That is what it is.
You're not saying anything that Chris Rock didn't say.
No,
Chris Rock had a whole routine in his comedy show on exactly what you're talking about. And there's listen, we could want to play it even. There's a difference between white people and white trash. There's a difference between that.
I mean, there's
always a difference. You have good people, you have bad people. And I think that's how we have to separate it. But we can't get out of it because it just keeps getting brought up. And it's not getting brought up by me. It's not getting brought up by you. Like I said, it's getting brought up. And the person that turned this into a thing, we've said it a million times, who brought it back to this is Barack Hussein Obama. Barack Hussein Obama was a community organizer in Chicago. Community organizer is another way of saying race hustler, and that's my opinion. And the way these people make money, Jack, is by creating racial divide. It is, like I said, that's why it's a grift. Too many people make too much money because of racism. Well, and anytime they can use it, they will.
Yeah, it's not even just the money. I mean, the money's huge, don't get me wrong, but it's not even just the money. The best thing you can do, if you are a crooked politician, what's the best thing you can do? You can keep people's attention over here instead of on you. So what do? You play race identity politics. You make white people fight black people, or just make white people still while black people fight white people. As long as they're fighting each other, they're not unified. See, look, if they're going here and they're going here and they're fighting each other, they're not unified and coming at you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's easier to have these two fight each other. Hey, let's make them hate each other because they're going to be looking at each other. It's like a magic trick. You know, you're looking over here while down here's where I got the mirror. Here's where I got the cord down here on the left. But up here is what you're looking at. So I'm trying to distract your attention over here while I do all the crooked shit in the back door.
How about this? Divided citizenry. It also divides the citizenry, right? A unified citizenry is more dangerous to a government. When you
Oh, yeah.
have the citizenry divided and the government says, oh, well, we can fix it. We're going to fix it because, yeah, you guys need this. The government's going to give that to you. If everybody was actually united in one thing, or of course, it's impossible for everybody to be united about everything. But if you could become more united as just a citizenry of a country and not worry about all that other stuff, that is more of a threat to the government, right?
But it's a shame that it takes a tragedy to unite us. I mean, we were never more united than after 9/11. That's when we were more united as a people. But it takes a tragedy to unite everybody together. Otherwise, it won't happen.
If 9/11 happened today, Jack, the country would not be united. Half of this country would instantly blame us. There were people doing it then, but it was few and far between. It was like a radical fringe group that was saying the United States is at fault for all the times you guys bombed such and such or did this. Jack, if 9/11 happened today, half the country, especially say President Trump was the president when it happened, half the country would instantly blame the United States. They would blame the United States for being attacked by terrorists instantly.
Well, Jay,
those days are not coming back.
I want to show you the new trend that's going on now. I showed you some of it yesterday, but there's a new trend, okay? There is a disturbing trend of anti-white attacks in which black individuals approach random white strangers, physically assault them, and falsely claim they served on the jury that convicted Carmelo Anthony in his murder trial. I showed you, by the way, there is a false narrative out there that the jury was white. Even Carmelo Anthony's father just repeated all-white jury. They are lying to you. The jury was some white, some Asian, some Hispanic, some Indian. They are lying. Whenever there's not a black person on the jury, it's automatically an all-white jury. But I want you to see this, Jay, because this is, remember I showed you the guy yesterday that was on the bicycle and attacked that white guy, accused him of being part of the jury? Well, take a look at this. This is a trend that's going around now. What it is it gives not the black people, but like I said, it gives the niggers a reason to assault white people. Watch, Jay. Watch. It gives you a justification for assaulting them, okay? Take a look.
Hey, bro. Weren't you on motherfucking jury selection?
Motherfucking bitch.
Weren't you on jury selection?
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you was.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you was.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you was.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, the hell you
No,
was.
I never been on jury selection. Get out of here, you fat fucking black bitch.
Those people are crazy.
Listen, but you notice also how they're going, like the guy yesterday he didn't look like an imposing figure. This guy certainly doesn't look like an imposing figure. You notice who they're going after?
Yeah.
They're going after the weak. Well, somebody that looks weak. But guess what?
Yeah, it's like the gazelle. They go after the weakest one. The lions go after the weakest gazelle.
Well, guess what? Sometimes looks could be deceiving, and you're going to go after the wrong one. And the wrong one's going to get up and do something. And then, like I said, I almost think it's like this. It's baiting. Like, want something to happen where
they
we
do.
can really.
That's why they're recording it, Jay. They want something to happen. But let me show you something else that's really going to make you mad. Okay, so there's these two white kids, right? They're riding on bicycles. You know how the people wear the white shirts and the ties? Sometimes they'll come knock on doors and want to tell you about religious stuff.
Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah. Well, I mean, most of them are, but some of them are others, Lutheran, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they were doing this, and then watch. I want you to take a look at what these people do to them. And they're not at anybody's door when this happens. Okay. And I want you to see this because this is sickening and it's happening all over America. And the reason that our thumbnail says goes Secret America goes nuclear is because I wanted to separate these two groups. And that's why I say the words that I say. And I don't care if people find it disturbing or if they find it cringeworthy. You can't say it. I can't say it. He's white. I don't care. The thing is, it has to be done because these groups are not the same. Black people are not the same as these people. These people are not black. Just like the white people that do this are not white. They should all be in their own separate group. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I want you guys to take a look at this. It is terrible.
One of them niggas back in the day, bitch, I'll fuck you the fuck up, nigga. You heard me? You lucky you ain't in jail with one of us. You lucky you ain't in jail, nigga. Beat the fuck out you, bitch. Nigga, beat the fuck out you, bitch, and make a nigga fuck your pussies. Make a nigga
All right, I'm not going to keep going with the language constantly, but you can get the idea of what's happening here, Jay. This is happening all over the country. If all the stuff that you see that's recorded, imagine all the things that aren't recorded that they're doing just to random white people all over America because a man was held accountable for killing another man.
Yeah, if this was the other way around, it'd be national news. That's it. We'd have a white supremacy problem in the country, right?
Yep.
That's we heard from to Joe Biden for years. And under Joe Biden, the white supremacy problem, which is nonsense. It was never a problem. In fact, the SPLC had to pay people to act like white supremacists to actually make it seem like there was a problem, so people would donate that to them to try to be the solution to the problem they made up. You got all that? And Jack, real quick, the racial makeup of the O.J. Simpson jury. Do you have any clue what it was?
I remember some black people, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, well, first I'm going to give you the initial jury pool. Okay. It was roughly 40% white, 28% black, 17% Hispanic, and 15% Asian. Okay. Now, would you like the makeup of the actual jury?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here we go. So it's 12 people, as we know. 1 Hispanic, 2 white, 9 black.
Well, I got to tell you, Johnny Cochran's an excellent lawyer, man.
Well,
excellent freaking lawyer.
There you go. There you go. Get a better lawyer. Get a better lawyer. And that is a lie. Yes, it is not an all-white jury. I think that post got community noted. I saw one that got community noted, and rightfully so.
I'm going to play that real quick, Jay. I want everybody to not only see his mother, Carmelo Anthony's mother, cry saying he didn't do anything wrong, but I also want you to see where his father says it's an all-white jury. These people are grifters. They are the definition of the word I said before. Take a look. I want you guys to see this because this is horrible. And I got something else I want to show you later. That's, bad also. But this, where is it? Here it is. These are his parents that are acting like this. So you can imagine why the child acted the way he did, because he grew up in an atmosphere of this.
My son didn't intend to hurt anyone.
Okay, first of all, Jay, he didn't intend to hurt anyone. He went to the opposing team's tent with a knife. But he didn't intend to hurt anyone, Jay.
Well,
go ahead.
Yeah. Well, you also don't stab somebody if you're not intending to hurt them.
No. And I mean, who brings a knife to a track meet? You're obviously looking for trouble.
My son was defending himself.
It took less than 3 hours for a jury to reject 19.
I want you to listen to how CBS frames this. Listen to what they say.
I could already hear it in the voice.
Oh, yeah. Listen to what they say.
Year-old Carmelo Anthony's claims of self-defense in the stabbing death of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf. Prosecutors argued Anthony intentionally killed Metcalf after being taunted and shoved by Metcalf and his teammates at a high school track meet.
After being taunted and shoved by Austin Metcalf and his teammates. So CBS right there just insinuated that there was a bunch of people that were taunting and shoving him.
Right, which is wrong.
Take us inside that courtroom.
Here's his father. Take a listen to this.
What stuck out to you?
What stuck out to me, number one, was the all-white jury.
The all-white jury. That was the first thing that stuck out to him, Jay, was the all-white jury.
But, Jack, I'm sure that CBS reporter immediately corrected him and said, no, they weren't all white, right? I'm sure he did, right?
Actually, they stopped the broadcast and said, we're sorry for the lies. They immediately took him off the air and said, look, man, we can't do that.
This is why, ladies and gentlemen, you can't hate the media enough, because that reporter, and I'm sure, Jack, I'm being sarcastic, I'm sure he didn't say that, but immediately what a real journalist would have done is said, excuse me, sir, but it wasn't an all-white jury. With all due respect, there was this many Asians, there was a Hispanic woman or a Hispanic man and an Indian woman. So you can continue now, though. I just wanted to correct that for you. Then move on. But they didn't do that. That's why you can't hate the media enough. That, Jack, what we just watched is propaganda.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I want to show you some more propaganda. This is, somehow Carmelo Anthony got a cell phone in jail. Okay, and he was vlogging. He got his first vlog of jail. I want you to check this out.
All right, day one, about to go in. Let's see how this goes.
All right, yeah, I'm in here now. Not gonna lie, this place is kind of crazy.
I'm gonna go check out the food. Maybe it's not that bad. Okay, yeah, everybody's looking at me. Hold on, I got something.
All right, they're all staring at me. Whatever. We're gonna fix the vibe. Can't just walk in here all awkward, you know? See? I'm trying to bring the energy. Oh, chill. I'm filming. Oh.
I gotta tell you, whoever makes these AI videos, incredible. Incredible.
AI is ridiculous. My God. No, me G. No, that was AI.
I call him Meg.
Meg, that was AI. That was AI.
Yeah, it was AI, but it's pretty damn good. AI is becoming indistinguishable from real life.
You know, it's just to me, it's I can't wrap my head around how this has become. He's a convicted murderer. Okay, he's a convicted murderer. And Jack, how many black kids in Chicago are defending themselves every weekend when they get shot by somebody else, or they shoot somebody else? Are they defending themselves when they do that? But nobody cares because it's black on black crime. Nobody cares. But because how many of them are defending themselves when they shoot another black kid in Chicago?
But Jay, how crazy is it though that this right here, usually they get upset about an unarmed black man or a white on black crime. This is an actual black on white murder, and they're upset that the criminal got convicted. Not that the murderer got off because it was a black man that got killed. They're upset that the murderer got convicted because it was a white man that got killed.
Exactly.
That is mind-blowing.
That's why it's so disingenuous. That's why we know it's a grift. That's why. Because if you were this upset about this type of stuff, you would just be, I mean, like I said, take your pick in the city of Chicago every weekend. Take your pick. There's plenty to get upset about. Plenty. There's plenty of young black men getting killed by other black men. Now, if it was getting killed by white people, oh, forget it. But it's not. So nobody cares because that doesn't make any money. And Jack, the other thing, what was I going to say? Like you just said, we have an armed person. We have an unarmed person. We have Carmelo Anthony armed, Austin Metcalf not armed. An armed person killed someone unarmed. That's excessive force if you turn that into a police thing, isn't it? All the time, isn't it?
If it was a black guy, they would have been, I could understand. They usually try to use unarmed black people as a grift. So I can understand them using it as another grift. But to use an armed black person that killed an unarmed white person as the grift, that is just insane.
You're right. And I hope that the people who maybe this hasn't been registering for a while, maybe this will start to register to realize how disingenuous the whole thing is. Right. Because, and the other part we've talked about is this isn't up to question. Okay. People know that nobody's even debating the fact that Carmelo Anthony is the person who stabbed Austin Metcalf. Nothing was planted on him. There's no possibility of him being framed. None of it. And you guys are still going to die on this hill. It is absolutely insane.
Well, Jay, I got something that's going to cleanse your soul, something that's going to make you happy. You want to hear from Austin Metcalf's father?
Yeah.
I think we should all hear from Austin Metcalf's father and hear what he has to say about the whole thing. Why don't we take a listen? And I think it's going to be rather enjoyable. All right. So let's take a listen.
How poetic justice is served. You just do a big softball and knock it out of the park. Thank you for making it so easy for me. So you can live with your lie if you want to, but my truth is forever. Just like the fact your son is a convict and a killer. Forever. Forever is a long time. What's your master plan, Mr. Anthony? To use your son as income and soak up as much money playing victim to line your pockets and then abandon him when he's at sentencing or victim impact? You just left him up there by himself?
That's exactly what they did. His parents don't give two fucks about him. And that's the sad part. And that's the reason, Jay, that he turned out the way he did. His parents don't give a shit about him. They milked him for all the money they could get. Okay. They actually, and by the way, he did have a lawyer. It started out with a public defender, but then he had a lawyer who ended up being a terrible lawyer. He would have been better off with the public defender, but I don't think they paid any real money for this lawyer. His parents, Jay, are horrible people. They grifted off of him. They used it to buy a house, to buy cars. Now they've got round-the-clock security. Guess what he has? Nothing in his commissary books. Nothing. When he was sentenced at the victim impact station, they didn't even show up. They didn't even come to his sentencing. They did not. All they wanted to do was grandstand in front of the cameras, milk as much money as they can. And guess what, Jay? As soon as the GoFundMe got taken down, soon as GoFundMe turned that off, they were gone. They were gone. These are the sick. I mean, as much as you can feel bad for a murderer, I feel bad for Carmelo Anthony, the way he was raised.
Well, yeah, it all starts in the home. And listen, there are times when kids have great parents and they turn out screwed up for whatever reason.
Yeah,
most of the time they don't.
Man,
most of the time they don't. That's what I'm saying. Most of the time they don't. If you are raised in a certain kind of way, most of the time you turn out to be a decent person. Yeah, it doesn't seem like Carmelo Anthony was raised very well. Do you see the video of his grandmother? Find that one. Find the one of his grandmother and play that one.
All right, I'll look for it in just a second. I just want to say, though, that let's say they didn't beat him. Let's say nothing negative happened to him like that anyway, physical assault. But the mental anguish they probably went through of his parents not giving a damn about him. They literally grifted as much money as they could get off this kid after he killed a white man. He probably did that to get their attention, if you want the truth. But they grifted as much as they could off of him. Then as soon as the grift was over, they left. They abandoned him. He was at sentencing, crying at the defender's table, and his parents were nowhere to be found just because the money faucet got turned off. And guess what, Jay? They've turned it back on. Now they're trying to get money to put on his books, but how much you want to bet none of that money goes to him? I mean, honestly, he's a horrible person. He deserves life in prison. He deserves the death penalty. But I also say there are mitigating factors. He turned out the way he did because his parents, I mean, emotionally, they fucked his head up.
Well, it seemed like he wanted to taste that thug life, and nobody told him, hey, you really don't want to. There's plenty of kids that listen to rap music and all that stuff and play these crazy video games that don't turn out to be murderers, right?
Well, how kids, Jay, sometimes, he was only 17 at the time. You know how kids sometimes, when their parents ignore them for their whole lives, they don't give a shit about them. They want to do what they can to get attention, so they act out. So he was going there. I personally think that had something to do with it. He wanted to get his parents' attention. And when that happened, he got their attention. He thought they were loving him. But then a second the money faucet turned off, they abandoned him at the sentencing. That was terrible, Jay. I mean, he's a murderer. He deserves the death penalty. But I feel bad for the way he was raised, if you want the truth, because nobody deserves that.
No, listen, like you said, parenting, it's huge. And this isn't a poor family, Jack. Even before this, they're not like a poor,
sure?
like, it's like a middle-class area, I think, that they live
act
in.
like they're poor.
Yeah, well, that's a whole part of the whole grift. But, I mean, the fact is, he wasn't, like, raised in a bad neighborhood by the looks of it. It's just... I don't think these parents, they maybe, like you said, not the attention needed, certainly not the values that you would want to instill in your kid, because Jack, I've been in fights. I've been pushed. It never thought for me to take out a knife and stab somebody who I was in a fist fight with or got pushed by. Like I said, you don't bring a knife to a shoving match.
No. But like I said, I think he was doing that to get their attention. Let me show you what else they just did to him. You know what they just did to him? They are now forcing him to file paperwork to claim he's penniless, destitute, and indigent in an attempt to obtain a free appellate lawyer. That's how dirty they are, Jay. They're keeping all of that money for themselves. Take a look at this. They are now forcing him. Look, listen to this. Carmelo Anthony's family is now forcing him to file paperwork claiming he is penniless, destitute, and indigent in an effort to obtain a free appellate lawyer, despite moving into a $100,000 home, purchasing a $150,000 car after raising over $600,000 more dollars. Jay, his parents are some of the worst people on earth.
Yeah, I mean, get the kid a good lawyer, because obviously don't use the same one. If anything, get him a good lawyer, so if he has a shot on an appeal, everybody has the right to appeal.
They don't care about him at all.
No,
they
apparently
grifted
not.
off of him as much as they could. Then
Yep.
once the money faucet got turned off, they abandoned him at sentencing. Now, in order to they can't look totally bad. They can't be like, oh, well, so they don't even go talk to him anymore. You know what they do? There's no money on his books, despite the fact that they've got hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of cars and homes. Now they want him to get some kind of public defender appellate lawyer. I mean, they are going to let him rot in prison without so much as an "I love you." And I'm sorry, that's horrible. I don't care what this guy did. Nobody deserves to be treated like that by their parents.
Listen, this whole thing was abysmal. His defense was abysmal. The strategy was abysmal. Absolutely the worst. The worst. I'm not a lawyer. You're not a lawyer. But we very well could have seen the writing, the writing on the wall here and said, well, our strategy is going to be to try to mitigate the damage, to try to make it the sentencing as light as possible. We're not getting a not guilty verdict here. It's not happening. We need to somehow make sure that this kid doesn't spend 30 years in prison. Or this young man. He's not a kid. He's a young man. I don't like calling, once you're old enough to go fight a war, you're not a kid anymore.
He was a kid. He was a kid at the time of the crime.
I guess 17.
But Jay,
right.
What bothers me most, and nobody, okay, let's take the murder out of it just for a second. Let's go to the human side of things. Okay, what bothers me most is that his parents and none of these people that are beating up white people in the name of Carmelo Anthony give a shit about this guy. I mean, nobody cares a thing about him. His parents, least of all. And that's the worst part about it. I mean, the murder is terrible, Jay. The murder is terrible. But I mean, when you have somebody, and I'm saying taking the murder out of it, because the murder is obviously the worst part, but take the murder out of it and just on the emotional human side of it, Jay. Imagine if you had been brought up like that, where you have to act out, have to be bad in order to get your parents' attention, because negative attention is better than no attention.
Nobody cares about him. You're right. Nobody cares about him. Nobody cares about George. They don't care about George Floyd.
No.
They don't care about Michael Brown. Nobody cares about any of these people. They see this as dollar signs. That's what they see it as.
It's terrible.
That's it. Nobody really cares about Michael Brown with the hands up. Another lie. George Floyd, another lie. There's no lie here. We got the plain truth. Everybody knows it, right? It's just this time the shoe's on the other foot. It's the black guy that's the one who killed somebody, right?
Absolutely.
But now, like I said, the fact that they're willing to die on this hill with this particular case,
weird.
I hope it wakes up certain people who haven't caught on yet. Are you catching on yet?
I hope it does too. Yeah.
Are you catching on?
I hope it does too. And I don't want people to think that I have any sympathy for Carmelo Anthony in terms of the murder. I think he should get the death penalty. I thought 35 years was too light because he can get parole after 17 and a half years in Texas. I'm just talking about, let's go before the murder, up to the murder, and then the way his parents treated him. I'm sorry, I'm not going to keep going on about this, but it's just, when you're a kid, you gotta know what that feels like. The neglect, the just the horrible it's just terrible. It's terrible. I don't want to talk anymore about it. It's terrible stuff, man. And then now they take all of the money that was supposed to go to donations to you. They take all of that, buy shit for themselves, and then tell you to claim you're poor and need a public defender appellate lawyer. My God.
Well,
my God.
Listen, this story isn't, I'm sure we're going to hear more about it. Listen, they're actually running a petition to try and get his brother arrested for an accessory to murder. What? Are you kidding me?
Where do you see that at?
Check it, Jack. Go ahead and check that, please. I think they're trying to run a petition to have his brother as an accessory to murder.
All right, let me look. I'll look and see real quick.
Go ahead. It just gets crazier and crazier. Nothing is ever just, it is what it is in this case. He's convicted of murder, and rightfully so. The sentence, we could talk about that, but he got convicted. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Check that out.
I don't see it at the moment. I'd probably have to look a little more into it, but I don't see it at the moment. But it doesn't matter. I believe you. But I want to kind of move on because we've been talking about this for a while. But Jay, there's something that happened here that is insane. Jay, did you hear about this? Listen to this. Okay, there was a mother who was filming her daughter's wrestling match. Okay, now they didn't know that her opponent was a male. Her opponent was a male. And guess what this opponent did? This opponent took their fingers and jammed it into her vagina through the spandex during the wrestling match. I mean, he sexually assaulted this woman. Watch this shit. It's on.
Go ahead.
It's on video.
Yeah,
Let's take a look. Watch this.
Get up, Callie!
Watch his left hand. Watch his left hand. Right there. Right there. There at that moment, he's got his fingers up inside of her. Look at her face.
You know, first of all, he should be wrestling a girl. I hate
look
that.
how big he is, man. They did not know he was a man before the wrestling match started. Let's finish this video.
He's wearing pink shoes?
Yeah. Look, watch his hand right here. Look at this. Right. Let's see. Let's see where you can see it, because you can see it. I saw his hand. Look at his hand right there. Look where it is. And look, right there. You can see it. Watch.
Get to your base.
Look at his hand.
Right.
It's there the whole time.
Here's the thing, Jack. If he's wrestling another guy, I've seen that people. I've never wrestled, but I've seen that move. They put the hand like between there and try and flip or whatever they're doing. The move is. But when it's a guy doing it to a girl, yeah, no. But Jack, I see these things all the time. You ever scroll TikTok and you see guys wrestling like these kids, boys wrestling girls?
TikTok has banned us 2 different times. TikTok is dead to me. I don't use TikTok.
All right. Well, I'll tell you. Jack, we can tell that story. But I've seen this, and it's young men, young boys wrestling with young girls, but they're old enough, if you know what I mean. And it's kind of disturbing to watch where you have boys like grabbing girls in those areas to try to win the match, and girls doing the same. It's to me, it's almost like I'm watching like kiddie porn or something.
So Jay, it's sick. They need to do something about that. You can't have men wrestling women, especially when they can put their hands all over their parts.
Over. They're all over there. Jack, they're on top of them, like the girl's face down, and the guy is literally on top of them.
Oh, yeah.
And
just because they think they're women doesn't make them women.
They don't even need to think they're women, Jack. These are like they know it's a boy and a girl, and these matches happen all the time.
No, I'm talking about the men themselves think they're women. But see, the thing is, Jay, you know what you could do as a man now in high school and college athletics? Say that you're a woman. If let's say you're doing bad in basketball, right? Say you're a woman, go to women's basketball. You can dominate and make money and get scholarships.
Oh, I think Trump put a stop to that with an executive order.
Executive orders are not enforceable. They're just
it is being enforced by the NCAA. They stopped it.
If they want to, but I'm just saying it's not enforceable.
But
unless the NCAA decides to enforce it.
The NCAA is a joke too. Okay, the NCAA is this woke joke organization at this point. And listen, Leah Thomas with Riley Gaines. That's how Riley Gaines became famous.
Leah Thomas, oh my god,
because she lost to this guy who couldn't cut it as a male swimmer, and then goes and dominates female swimming in college because. It's ridiculous.
He was ranked like 250th in men's swimming. It goes to women's, and he's in first place in every race.
The fact that we even have to have this discussion, 15 years ago, people would look at you like you were from Mars. Now we actually have to talk about something like, no, he can't. He shouldn't be in the pool with Riley Gaines in a college swim meet. I mean, what? And then in the locker room getting changed.
Yeah.
Where
now,
are we?
I wouldn't mind being in the locker room and getting changed. That would be the one thing I would enjoy about being, pretending I'm a girl.
You might enjoy it. They won't.
No, they wouldn't. Who the hell? That would be weird. It'd be weird as hell.
They're not going to enjoy you being in there. That's the point. All these like feminists and all these women's rights and the vagina, pink hat wearing freaks.
Where are they?
Where are you? Right. You know to be found when this happens. Another disingenuous grift. That's
why it's all manufactured outrage. Okay, Jay.
Exactly.
Remember what I said at the beginning of the show? Well, how I separated those two. Well, I want you to take a listen to this. This is a separation of both. I want you to hear this because this is interesting.
You niggas are some of the most vile. I'm not gonna lie to you. Being black right now is completely embarrassing. You niggas are some of the most vile, inhumane species that have ever graced the earth. For days, I've watched black people jump around like monkeys.
There's the video I showed yesterday.
Yeah.
act a belligerent fool, act a whole entire nut over a decision that somebody chose to do. And now y'all are out here harming innocent white people in the name of Carmelo Anthony. No, I again, as I've said before, I am a Christian woman, and I know that the Lord don't make mistakes, but I just know that He has to look at the nigger population and know that He definitely made a big time mistake.
Oh my God! Wow! Whoa!
Well, it is what it is, man.
Felt the burn through the screen. I mean,
Yeah.
but that's what we were talking about yesterday, I think. But people got to speak up. People
you have
on
to.
that black people have to speak up and say, no, you guys, we disavow you. Like when people tell us, do you disavow white supremacists? Yeah, I disavow white supremacists. Yes, all day, every day, I disavow white supremacists. Now, do you guys disavow this?
Mm-hmm.
See,
Answer that's why I may not be able to say I disavow this because I'm not one of them, but I separate them. That's why I said I separate them. This is black people. This is not.
Right. No. What I'm saying is we have to disavow all the time, even if we have nothing to do with anything. What do you disavow white? Yeah, I disavow it. I think it's terrible. I don't associate myself with those people.
I don't think I've ever disavowed it though, because I don't want people to tell me that I have to do something. That's what I don't like.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
My point is, yeah, we do. It shouldn't have to be said. I don't want those people in my tent. Now, what about you guys? Now it's your turn once again, because it's happening in real time now. All right. There's no white supremacy problem. We have it's like we have a black out of control. That's racist. They're the racists. That
absolutely. I mean, Jay, they are the racists.
That's racist behavior. Do you disavow and condemn them? Do you want them associated with you? Do you want them in your tent? Answer the question. It's time to take a stand.
Hey, Jay, I want to show you something. I have not seen this video, so I want to see it. Now, this is funny. It's supposed to be a new Pixar movie coming out on June 30th, just in time for the end of Pride Month, okay? Yeah. I have not seen this, honestly, so I don't know what's going to happen, but it looks funny. So let's take a watch. You want to watch it with me?
Yeah, hold on. Before you do it, you're saying this is Disney, Pixar?
That's what they said. That's what it said. I can't guarantee it.
All right, so if
it looks like something they would make. How about that?
All right, go ahead. Let's see.
All right, here we go.
Finally, I made it. Where's the egg?
Hold up. What the fuck is that?
Bro, that's a sperm.
All right, buddy. Explain yourself.
I'm looking for the egg. The egg? Brother, this ain't the egg department. Wait, what? My map says go straight.
Yeah, and you went very straight.
Bro missed every exit. GPS failed this man. Oh, shit. So where exactly am I?
Welcome to Poop City.
Poop City? Poop City? Population, us.
Since you're here,
No.
you work for us now.
What the fuck?
Congratulations. You're in waste management.
Look at the corn.
I see it.
I trained my whole life for greatness.
And now you're taking inventory.
This cannot be real.
Life comes at you fast. Or in your case, swims at you fast.
I was supposed to create life.
And instead, you found us.
Damn.
See you tomorrow at 8.
That is the new Pixar movie coming out June 30th, just in time for the end of Pride Month.
I think that's the best Disney movie they've put out in a long time.
Yeah, it's truthful. It's the first truthful Disney movie I've seen in a long time, except for the fact there was only one sperm. Well, I mean, who the hell only has one sperm?
Well, he was the only one that made it. He was the last man standing.
The last man. There was a hell of a lot of poop in there. That guy needs to clean out his colon.
Well, I'll tell you. Yeah, but for real, like that might be a Disney Pixar movie that I would watch, Jack. It's very interesting.
I would watch it, and it was actually believable that this is something they would make. Believe it or not. Believable.
No. Like you said, it was too truthful for them to make that.
You got that right.
Yeah.
You got that right.
They would somehow their version of it would somehow have to include rainbows in the city and a bunch of other stuff. It would.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So Jay,
and the sperm might actually be a female, Jack.
It could be. It could be. Sounded like a guy though.
And instead of being white, the sperm would be black.
Yeah, that's true too. Let's take a look at this.
Go ahead.
I'm so proud of y'all for killing that white boy. See, they not used to this shit happening to them, y'all. My only problem is it should happen more.
Oh.
This is where I'm fucking up. This is where I got a problem with my people. It should happen more. We should make a day like every Thursday or every Wednesday where we just wake up and fuck up a white girl or a white boy. Just pick a little girl, smack the shit out of her. Little boy, smack the shit out of him.
So he wants to smack the shit out of little white girls and little white boys because they can't fight back.
Old lady, white, whatever.
Old ladies.
Yeah.
We should set up a day once a week where we just fuck them up, y'all, until they go back to the mountains. Yeah, let's set a day where we just fuck them up. Oh, this cuz we wake up, we yawn, we brush our teeth, we wash our face, and we go outside and we just fuck them up. First, that's how we gotta start getting our day started. Can we please pick a day where we just fuck them white people up? Just beat their ass, especially the old ones. Just beat their ass, the kids. Just beat their ass.
That's what I'm talking about when I say a nigga, Jay. That is what I was talking about.
Yeah, well, that guy is a coward, and he's probably full of crap because he's probably too much of a coward to actually do anything. But he's looking for clicks. But
he wants to beat up old people,
old people,
and kids,
and kids. Yeah, because he's a pussy. Because that's why. But here's the other. Again, we'll say it again. Imagine if that was the other way around, and somebody saying that.
Oh yeah.
And by the way, doesn't that already happen? We see the videos all the time where somebody's walking, with an old person, usually an old person, is walking down the street and somebody comes and just punches them in the face. The person that does that to an old person, I don't care who the old person is. They could be black too. And if you do that to an old person, you should go to jail for the rest of your effing useless life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Watch this.
I've seen this. Why is the guy wearing an Islanders jersey? He's wearing a John Tavares jersey. It's a Knick game. Jack, stop it for a second.
But why?
The reason why that guy's wearing an Islanders jersey to a basketball game is because that was the only thing he had where he had blue, orange, and white, the Knicks colors. That's why. Just so you know.
But look, they're all beating up a white guy.
Well, it's because he's wearing a Spurs jersey.
A gang. Well, it's a Spurs fan, yeah, but it's a white guy. It's a gang of black people beating up another white guy.
Gang assault. This is gang assault is what that is.
Yeah.
And that's a charge in New York. Gang assault carries a pretty heavy charge.
And they're all beating up the white guy. They're not beating up a black Spurs fan, Jay.
I did see some. Here's the videos from Game 3. By the way, Game 4 last night, Jack. I didn't watch it. I watched the highlights. It was absolutely ridiculous. If you know what happened.
Made some good. Yeah, that was a good game. I thought they were done.
Everybody thought they were done. They were down by 27 points to half.
Yeah,
that's the largest comeback in NBA history in the playoffs or in the finals for sure. Jack, there were people going around just beating up everybody, even Knicks fans beating up Knicks. It's animal behavior. It's mob animal thug behavior, and it needs to be stopped. And everybody involved. By the way, in New York City, Jack, they could find every last one of those people with the amount of cameras that they have and the amount of footage that they have and arrest every last one of them. That's my point. They won't do it, but they should.
So, Jay, what do you think about these didn't do muffins? These are didn't do muffins by Little Debbie. They're chocolate muffins, and they're called didn't do nothings. They're the didn't do nothings muffins.
You know I love chocolate. I'm in.
Yeah, that is so cool. Look at that, individually wrapped. They are the didn't do nothing muffins.
I think they're great. I love chocolate.
Love it.
Yep.
Absolutely love the didn't do nothing muffin.
I'm a fan.
Heck yeah, me too.
Who made those? Who?
Little Debbie. Little Debbie makes them.
Wow, good job, Little Debbie. Send me some.
Absolutely. Okay, let's see. There was one more thing I wanted to show you. Actually, there's just so much craziness going on in America today.
Wait a minute. You promised me something about robots.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you. Okay, everybody. I found a job that robots have taken that nobody would expect to be taken. Jay, right now, real quick, guys, I want you to answer this question in the chat. I want Jay to answer it too. And Jay, in the chat that's on LFA TV, you give me some of the best answers, okay?
All right.
I want you to tell me, what job do you think I'm going to show you right now that a robot has taken that nobody would have ever thought a robot would take? Answer that in the chat. Jay, you think about it and answer it, and I want people in the live chat on LFA TV to answer it. What job do you think that I'm going to show you that that you would never have thought a robot would take? Never would thought a robot could take this particular job. Name the job that you think a robot could not take.
All right. I got a couple of answers already. Mine is airline pilot. Then
Okay.
somebody says a Machine X says shoe shiner. R Star 77 says blowjob, Jack.
Okay. Blowjob. Is that a job?
That's funny. And then Machine X says landscaper, valet parking. Nola says waiter. Machine X says valet parker. Sophie says hairdresser.
Okay. We got Cajun Lady says receptionist. Meg says waste sewage. Come on, guys. Give me some more answers. Train engineer for Linda. Raina, let me see your answers. Where are you, Subway? Come on, everybody show up. Let's hear some answers. What job do you think I'm going to show you that that you would never have thought a robot could take?
All right, so we have a couple more. Nola says interior decorated. Chicky Mama 69 says trash man. Bob Apac says racist.
Well, that's a. Can you get paid? Is that a job? I mean,
that's funny.
Gynecologist for Raina. You know what? Now, eventually, robots will take all the medical jobs. Sometime long into the future, they'll take all the medical.
Train
jobs.
engineer. Train engineer. I say.
Train engineer. Okay, Jay, and you want to stick with pilot?
Yeah, I'll stick with pilot. Why not?
All right.
I can't think of anything else right now.
All right, I am going to show everybody now the job that you never thought a robot would take, but it is here. Okay, so let me go ahead and take this off here. Take a look, everybody. I want you to take a look at this.
It's a stripper.
It is a stripper. It is a stripper, and nobody guessed stripper. That's a shock. But yeah, the robot is a stripper. Let's take a look one more time. Look at the robot's boobs. By the way, Jay, they can't hear us when the video's on. The mics are muted.
I just saw that. Where do I stick my dollar?
Yeah, well, check it out. Look at the camera. You know the cameras, the surveillance cameras. That's the head, and then look at you can see the. There you go. The job you never thought they would take, Jay. They are now taking all jobs from strippers.
I don't think that one's gonna last. I don't think that one's gonna gain too much traction.
I don't know, man. I saw the way you were looking at that stripper. You were thinking, oh, I saw it. I saw it.
Yeah, well, here's the one thing. She'll never get tired, Jack. She'll never get tired.
There you go. There you go. She could work 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not bad. Not bad idea. I think
Somebody
I'm gonna
says it was a go-go dancer. All right, isn't that it's kind of the same thing, isn't it?
I don't know. Yeah, well, I can tell you one thing. This gave me I'm gonna own a strip club full of robots because I can take all their tips. They're not gonna, they're not gonna complain, and they can work overtime.
That was awful looking. I just gotta say.
Yeah, but the robot sure could dance. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Where was that? It said it was at a.
He's on a campus. I'm gonna play it one last time for everybody to see. Look at the way that robot moves its hips.
Yeah, tell you.
Did you hear Jay? He was like, "Yeah, I heard."
Yeah, yeah, I like that. I like that. They should put some lingerie on it. Then it'll really take it to the next level.
Well, like Subway said, yeah, there's nothing to strip. The robot was already naked. Now, does it strip off its stuff and you can see the circuits? Is that what the turn on is?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
my
You see,
God.
you take a panel off, and that's how
Yeah,
it's-
you take off the panel and you see the circuits inside the robot.
yeah, the batteries.
Oh God.
Well,
That's
man.
that is funny stuff. Instead of dollar bills, what would you throw to a robot? What would a robot use instead of dollar bills?
Nuts and bolts.
There you go. Throw it, some extra wires. Here's a wire, get you, take a wire on me. Yeah, you never know. But there you go. The job you never thought would be taken by a robot. So that tells you right there, robots can take any job there is.
Apparently so.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there you
well,
go.
that was,
Jack, you need to throw some oil on it. Throw some oil.
there you go. Oil cans. Yeah. Just
Yeah.
like old Tin Man. Oil can
Yeah.
might work well.
There
Yeah,
you go.
I like that. Give it clothes. I think Subway wants to see it take clothes off. He keeps mentioning how it didn't have any clothes on. I think Subway wants it to have it take its clothes off. But see, it's not fun if you can already see the parts of the robot.
Yeah, you need to actually see it strip. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
They got to do
Well,
better.
I think it would be funny though to see it take off the stuff to show its circuits. I would think that would be hilarious. Honestly, I would go just to see that because that would be funny as shit. If it was like the circuits are my naked body parts and it takes it, I would go just to see that because that would be funny.
Yeah, but
could you imagine?
You'd probably here's the difference. You'd probably only go once.
Well, yeah, you definitely only go once.
You only go once.
There'd be no reason to go, but it'd be funny as hell, man.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, man.
I'd love to see a robot walk by and one of the guys smack it on the ass, and then the robot beat the shit out. That'd be funny.
I wouldn't touch that thing. I'm not playing with that.
Gosh.
I'm not playing with these robots. You know how I feel about them. I don't like them at all.
That's good stuff, though. You never thought a robot would take that job. I'll tell you that much.
No.
All right, guys. Make sure you guys check out maxassociates.etsy.com, the #1 place for USA Pride gifts and patriotic apparel. You can scan the QR code at the top right or go to maxassociates.etsy.com. You got Father's Day is right around the corner. The 250th anniversary of the United States. If you are not getting something for that, I mean, how can you not wear something patriotic on July 4th, the 250th anniversary of our country? Now is the time to order. 20% off your order and free shipping anywhere in the United States. If you buy anything patriotic anywhere else, you're not going to get that deal. 20% off, free shipping anywhere in the United States. You do not want to miss this deal. maxassociates.etsy.com. Make sure you check it out. Also, guys, make sure you follow us on X, YouTube, Rumble, Kick, and Instagram. Secret America TV is the same screen name for every single one of those. I'll say it again. X, YouTube, Rumble, Kick, and Instagram. Please make sure you subscribe and follow us. It helps a lot on all of those social media sites. They are all Secret America TV. Remember, we are live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Every weekday at 7 p.m. Eastern. We are live every single weekday. So that means today's Thursday. That means we got one more show tomorrow. And Fridays are always our biggest shows because people have a chance to watch them over the weekends too. So they replay it. They watch it a couple times. So Friday, we try to have, even a bigger show, if that's even possible, Jay, because all of our shows are so awesome. I don't know if we can have bigger shows.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I don't know what more we could possibly do here.
I know, right? It's absolutely incredible. So thank you guys. And I want to thank everybody that really enjoyed the show today. Subway, Raina, everybody else. We really, really, really appreciate you guys watching. Everybody at LFA TV, thank you guys for watching too. It's been a pleasure. We love doing this show, and we appreciate the fact that people want to watch the show. That's huge for us because we do it for you. We don't do it for ourselves. I mean, we already know the things that we're talking about. So we try to do it for everybody else so they can know, everything that we know. Jay, you got anything to say before we go?
No, man, another great show. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I put on the LFA TV chat. I like interacting in that chat with everybody in there, and I try to interact on X as well. And if you guys could follow us on all those platforms, it really helps us out. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Secret America TV is the same screen name on every single platform. All right, guys, we've solved all the problems we can for one day. So for Jay Gatling, I am Jack Danger. Thank you for watching Secret America.
You've been listening to Secret America.